Hello, my dear children. Namaste and welcome to yet another super amazing session of the VIP series for CBSE Class 10. This is Ambika, your biology master teacher, right here on the super amazing platform, which is Vedantu 9th and 10th English. All right, guys, let us get started. What exactly is in store for you today? We will be discussing certain very important concepts in question form in the VIP series from the chapter Our Environment. All right, so let us get started without wasting any time. Remember, I always start with a positive quote. Always keep in mind anything is possible, right, children? The moment you wake up, tell yourself anything is possible. Today is going to be an amazing day. And probably anytime you feel a little low and things seem a little hard and out of control, tell yourself, calm yourself down. Just tell yourself anything is possible. Okay, right. It makes a huge difference. So try it out and let me know what you think of it. All right. And now, children, also, by the way, let me remind you, the Vedantu Pro subscription courses have got a 50% off, which is ongoing right now. So up to rupees 1500 is off on our Pro subscription courses. Make the best use of it because it's got an amazing package of contents exclusively designed for you. So you can find the link in the description box below and register yourself for it. All right, so here we get started with our environment. Now, children, let me make it very clear. We won't be discussing every concept of the chapter because we've done that in Umang series. We've done that in One Shot series, a little bit in Bio Bites series as well. Today, the discussion interaction is mainly going to be in question answer format. Wherever necessary, we'll discuss concepts which are related to that concept as well. Okay, so but then not to worry, to make your learning process much easier, we've also added slides with information from this particular chapter, contents, or rather a summary of the major concepts from this particular chapter. You can find them as well when you download the PDF given in the description box below. All right, so but I won't be discussing them, that's it, because we've done that already. Okay, so here we go. Very first question for you. Which of the following is not a terrestrial ecosystem? Forest, desert, aquarium, or grassland? Well, I'm sure you're all ready with the answer already. Not a terrestrial ecosystem. There can only be one possibility, and that is the aquarium, of course. Forests, deserts, and grasslands are all terrestrial ecosystems because land ecosystems, basically, right? Okay, moving on to the next one. The ozone layer is damaged by dash. Methane, CO2, sulfur dioxide, or CFCs. What do you think? Most damage to the ozone layer is caused by which of these? There can only be one answer for this, and I'm sure you all have spotted the right answer. It is CFCs, or chlorofluorocarbons as we call them. What exactly is the ozone layer, by the way? Ozone layer is the natural, what would we call it? The natural sunscreen of our planet Earth, right? And you find it as part of the stratosphere in the atmosphere of the planet, right, children? So all those air conditioners, refrigerants, and substances which are released into the atmosphere from these machines and all these gadgets, majorly CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, have a major role to play in depletion of the ozone layer. All right. Right. The next one. Which of the following limits the number of trophic levels in the food chain? If you remember, think of any food chains example. Trophic level 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually it doesn't go beyond that, right? What is it that is the reason for a limit in the number of trophic levels? Is it water, polluted air, deficient food supply, or decrease in energy at higher trophic levels? What could be the answer? Yes, children? Think about it because it's very important for you to know this. And your time ends in 3, 2, 1, and go. The answer is decrease in energy at higher trophic levels. How exactly? Well, if you think of the example of any ecosystem, basically, it would start with the producers, right? Starts with the producers, and then comes the primary consumers, right? Secondary consumers, and the apex predators or the tertiary consumers, whatever we might want to call it, right? Apex predators. Say, for example, at the producer level, there is an energy of about 10,000 units. At the consumer level, the primary consumer level or the herbivore level, organisms which feed directly on the producers, they get only 10% of the energy that the producers had. So what's 10% of 10,000? It will be 1,000 units, right? Secondary consumers, like for example, tigers, lions, and all of them, which feed on the herbivores, they would get only 10% of 1,000, which is 100. And the last one, the apex predators, would have just 10, which is 10% of 100. So always remember, 10% is transferred. 10% of the energy is transferred to the next trophic level. 90% gets lost in the form of heat energy for various metabolic activities. This is super duper important. And also remember, energy flow is unidirectional in an ecosystem. Starts with the sun and then through the producers, it goes through the food chain in an ecosystem and ultimately reaches the decomposers. All right, so this is how it is. Decrease in energy at higher trophic levels would be the bang on reason for this. Okay, right. Now the next one. Name the process which is a direct outcome of excessive burning of fossil fuels. What could be the answer? It's a global disturbing phenomenon, I must say. What could it be? The answer is none other than global warming, right? Burning of fossil fuels like burning coal and petroleum and all of these is a major reason for global warming, which is like increase in the average temperature, right? Average temperature of the earth. This is what we call global warming. Maybe deforestation is also another reason. This is exactly why we say planting more trees can make a huge difference to our lives, to the quality of our lives, because it can help us control global warming to a huge extent. All right, so now comes the next one. Okay, before that, it's important to take a quick break. Children who joined me late today, remember, on the Vedantu Pro subscription courses, we've got amazing offers running right now, 50% off up to rupees 1,500. So please click in the description box below. There is a particular link that you would find. Click on that particular link. I'll show you where exactly you can find that link, and you can just apply the coupon code, which also I'll be sharing with you to avail this 50% off. All right, because it's not just on YouTube. It's on our amazing online platform of Vedantu that we basically try and work very, very hard to meet every requirement of every kind of student. Okay, so we'll continue to work hard for you, but of course we need your support for that, right, children? So if you want to make sure that you do your best, no matter what, you are at the right place, which is Vedantu. Children, once you are with Vedantu, you can be a part of unlimited live classes with fun and high-level quizzes. Learning with fun is basically what we intend to give you the experience of. And children, one amazing feature is that you can compete with students across the country and across the world, and that really feels very, very special. And one thing I must add here personally is that it doesn't feel like an online classroom, because at least for me, I've never felt like it's an online classroom, because the connect that we manage to build through the amazing technology we have at Vedantu is super awesome. You must experience it once to feel it and then convince yourself. Right, children? I don't want to tell you more about it, but these are some amazing features that can help you make a better decision. Right, children? That's exactly why we keep telling you this. Now, just in case you miss any session while it's happening live, or you just want to have a look at a session once again, for whatever reason you want to revise it better or whatever it may be, the live replay button is the solution for you. Okay, and the best thing is it won't be just like any other recorded session, because the quizzes and leaderboards are still going to be like a live session. Isn't that amazing? Yes, I think it is. And also, after every session, you can get the option to download premium handwritten notes of your master teachers, your very own master teachers. And I think that builds a great connect. In-class doubt solving with the help of class teachers and master teachers, quality tests and assignments also after every session, after every chapter, to make you perform your best, to help you do your best. Okay, children, now, as an added bonus, we will also be giving you free access to something that all our children love, 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses. You don't pay anything extra for it if you have the subscription already. So how exactly does it work? I'll tell you about it. All you need to do is, you will find the link in the description box below. Subscribe to Vedantu Pro now. Okay, right next to it, you will find a link. Just click on it. You will be guided to a particular window, and you need to remember the coupon code, which is AMBPRO. All right. Now let's do the math before we make things a little clearer for you. Children, for a 1 month subscription, pro subscription, the normal pro price right now without discounts is 2,500. So this would include English, social studies, science and maths, everything. All these 4 major subjects. All right. Then on top of this, if you just apply the coupon code, which is AMBPRO, apply this and it gets reduced straight away to half of it, 1,250. Well, till the June 2020-21 payment options are also given here for you, right in front of you with full transparency, but that's completely up to you. Okay, so I wouldn't ask you to go for that. That's totally your choice. It's a personal choice, but 1 month subscription is certainly worth it. Okay, so you can make your choice right now, because the per class price, I'll just mention the coupon code once again, AMBPRO. Okay, the per class price is going to be 1,250 divided by 200, because approximately 200 live sessions you will be able to attend in this 1 month of subscription. So divide it and you get 6.2 rupees per session. Isn't that amazing? In the other place, it's going to be rupees 6 per session. So not too much difference, but definitely the longer term subscription comes with its own set of benefits. You can be tension free for a longer period of time till your academic year ends, and all of those. Slight difference when you think about it in the long run. But I would suggest that's totally your choice. Feel it for yourself, experience it, and then decide. Okay. But anyway, this is something that you must give a shot to. Okay. Because it's even more reasonably priced than your favorite lace packet. Not just the party pack, the normal 10 rupee chocolate bars and the normal decent sized lace packet and all of those. Right, children? Okay, so now let me just make things a little clearer for you. Okay, so I will show you where exactly you can find the link and things like that. All right, so here we go. Do you see this? Do you see my screen? Subscribe to Vedantu Pro now. When you go down to the description box below this video, you will find this option. Right next to it, there is a link. Do you see that? Yes. Click on it and you will be taken to a window like this. Okay. Select your grade. This is going to be grade 10. Select your target. I will pick CBSE 2021. You can pick ICSE or Maharashtra board and the year accordingly. All right. Right. So CBSE 2021, which means you have all the features mentioned here in front of you about the pro subscription courses, who are your teachers going to be, the amazing teachers and their details, all the frequently asked questions and the answers to them, everything mentioned here. Right, children? So this is the plan which is available right now for you for the full academic year. Without any discounts, you end up paying 3,000. Okay. All right, children. So make the best use of it right now. Link is given in the description box below, where you would find subscribe to Vedantu Pro now, and there will be a link next to it. You just need to click on it and apply the coupon code AMBPRO to avail the best benefits, the best discounts which are on right now at the moment. All right. So let us move ahead. All right. Let us move ahead to the next question. What is 10% law? Give an example. All right, 10% law, I've already told you what exactly it is. Energy transfer law, right? So according to the 10% law, only 10% of the energy is available at the next trophic level. For example, if the energy available at the producer level is 1000 joules, then at the primary consumer level, it's only going to be 10% of that, which is 100 joules. So this is an example, and you could probably, children, this is my personal suggestion. You could probably write the example of a food chain, maybe a grasshopper, okay? An example of a food chain, grasshopper. Before that, there has to be the producers, right? Grass, and then the grasshopper, and then maybe the frog, and probably a snake. Okay, example of a food chain. So here, suppose there is 1000 joules. Here it would be 100 joules. Here it would be 10 joules, and over here it would be 1 joule. All right. So this is it, children. This is one example of it. And also remember to add one more point here, which is 90% of the energy gets lost in various metabolic activities. Okay. That's very important for you to remember, because especially if it's going to be a 2 or 3 marks question, you will be expected to write it a little more in depth. Okay, right. Now the next one. Why is there a need to ban the use of polythene bags? Why do you think this is important? Well, shopping malls, shopping centers, supermarkets, we would have seen this happening in the last 5 to 10 years. Several examples around us. So, of course, it's important to mention the point non-biodegradable over here, because polythene bags are non-biodegradable. They cannot be broken down into simpler compounds by microorganisms or by nature in general. So it just goes on accumulating on the land and causes land pollution. Secondly, you could add one more point over here. Non-biodegradable wastes make it difficult they make it hard for the trees, or rather plants or trees, to absorb water using their root system, because all these non-biodegradable wastes, they can possibly clog the roots and all those spaces which are there around the root systems, right? So that's also another point that you could possibly mention. Yes. Now the next one. Write an aquatic food chain. An example of an aquatic food chain. Where would you start? Of course, always in a food chain, it has to be in the order: producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and tertiary consumers. So aquatic food chain, what could you start with? The major producers in most aquatic food chains are phytoplankton, tiny microscopic organisms, which have an amazing ability to photosynthesize, right? Phytoplankton, which are fed upon by zooplankton, which are fed upon by small fish, and they are fed upon by large fish. If you need to add one more, you could probably write the birds, fish-eating birds, right? Fish-eating birds. Okay, so these are examples of organisms which form a part of an aquatic food chain. Okay. Now the next one. What is biological magnification or biomagnification? What are its causes? Okay, what exactly is it? If you have understood the 10% law, this might be a little easy for you. But remember, biomagnification can be said to be one of the disadvantages of a food chain, because this is the term we give to the increased concentration of chemicals at subsequent trophic levels in a food chain. Okay, so it occurs due to excessive use of chemicals and pesticides which enter our food chain. For example, if there is X quantity of a toxic level at the producer level, okay, in the producers there are like X amount of pesticides. When a herbivore feeds upon this, there would be 10x amount of the pesticide or the chemical which gets accumulated in the herbivore's body. There would be 100x when it comes to the next trophic level, all right, which is the carnivore, and so on. Okay, it just keeps multiplying manyfold. This is what we call biomagnification or biological magnification. Okay, right. Now the next one. How can garbage pollution be controlled? Okay, How exactly can we control garbage pollution? This can be on land, this can be in water. But children, to be very honest, such a question is something that I think you can use your basic common sense and just give it answer in your own words. Shouldn't be very, very hard. But the major points, we have mentioned it here for you. First of all, recycling. Encourage recycling, right? Encourage recycling of whatever is possible, plastic, paper, maybe cartons, and things like that. Secondly, make maximum use of biodegradable materials and minimize non-biodegradable material. Maybe even you can give the examples of things like sanitary napkins and diapers and all of those, which are normally non-biodegradable. Okay, but there are substitutes these days for that. So let's try and make better use of those as much as possible. Okay, right. Next one, producing biogas from organic wastes. That's also an amazing method. Separation, segregation of wastes, biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste during disposal, right? That can make a huge difference. This is something that can be very, very easily taken care of at home. Then, making compost of biodegradable wastes by burying them under the soil. That is amazing. Kitchen waste and all of those, instead of just throwing it away, just dig up a small hole in your garden or in your small kitchen garden, however big or small it may be, and just bury it over there, because over a period of time with microbial action, it can improve the fertility of the soil. All right. So these are some methods by which garbage pollution can be controlled. What is meant by ecosystem? Name its components. Okay, a very basic question. We can say that there are two major components of the ecosystem, which are abiotic and biotic. Abiotic, which are the non-living components, biotic, which are the living components. They interact with each other. So basically, we can say that the ecosystem is an aggregate of all the external conditions and their influences affecting life and development of living organisms. So basically, an interaction between abiotic and biotic components would be important for the harmony of an ecosystem. All right. So this would be it. I think it's worth 2 marks or maybe 3 marks if at all you need to give explanation and examples as well. Okay. What is the significance of a food chain? All right. What exactly could this mean? First of all, it is a means by which we can explain the transfer of food from one trophic level to another, or transfer of energy from one trophic level to another. Secondly, it provides information about living components in our ecosystem, because we talk mainly about the living components in the ecosystem in a food chain, which form the different trophic levels. Thirdly, it helps in understanding interdependence, how the cows are dependent upon the grass, how tigers are dependent upon the cows, and in turn dependent upon the grass, and so on, right? Interdependence can be beautifully explained. And finally, it's a pathway for the flow of energy in any ecosystem. These are the benefits, or rather the significance of understanding the concept of a food chain. All right. Now the next one, which is the final one, give reason. Life on Earth depends on the sun. Okay, that's a beautiful question. How do we explain this? We can say that sun is the ultimate source of energy on the planet, right? So from there, only about 1% can be trapped by plants, and they utilize it in photosynthesis, convert it to energy. And from plants, it gets transferred to organisms at different trophic levels, right? And then energy stored in fossil fuels is also transferred solar energy in a way, because they are made up of decomposed plants and animals. Very, very important, right? So that's why we can say solar energy is just amazing. And then we can just probably add examples like the alternative form of energy, which is solar energy, which we could use in different creative ways. I mean, like solar water heaters, solar pressure cookers, and things like that. It's just amazing. Those are add-on examples that you could possibly give to prove how important the sun is to our planet. Right, children? So I leave that to you. You can write it according to your own creativity. Now, remember, The link is given in the description box below for the 50% off pro subscription. The coupon code is AMBPRO. All right, children. Now, please click on the like button, children, before you forget and before you leave. If you have been enjoying our VIP series and all our sessions, and please do share it with all your CBSE Class 10 friends, because sharing is caring, as I always tell you. And children, please do click on the subscribe button right now in case you haven't done it yet, because till your board exam ends, we will continue to work hard for you. I guess we've been doing a lot of creative series for you already on this channel. Stay subscribed so that you don't miss out on any new and more creative sessions that we might be coming up with in the days and weeks to come. All right, guys. And there is my Instagram profile ID as well that you can follow. And that's about it from my side. Until we meet again, children, remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and that's all that matters above anything else. All right, I'll see you again. And until then, this is Ambika signing off. Bye-bye.